We are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
Dummy. Conspiracy dummy.
Hey, welcome to Conspiracy Dummy, the conspiracy podcast that helped video kill the radio star. I'm your host, Double D. Joining me, Mr. Williams.
What's up? What's up? I'm glad to be here.
Yep. It's our first video, man, and sorry for the wait, but it's better late than never. Yeah, for real. And we had to get our podcasting chops up before we come out and show our faces and shit.
Gang.
And we are entering that age of experience, now leaving the age of information. So technology is on the rise, blowing the fuck up, skyrocketing, literally skyrocketing. You have Richard Branson, Jeff Bezos, fucking shit, doing some space age pimping and shit out there. And
with
fucking,
that big space dick.
Yeah, playing Rocket Man. And then you have Mark Zuckerberg, you know what I mean? Fucking venturing off into a whole new world, man. And that's the virtual world. So, yeah, I guess 2014, Facebook bought Oculus for $2.3 billion. And now it's on the verge of bringing this world to the virtual world and having those two worlds collide and establishing the Metaverse.
Dang, that sounds scary as fuck, dude.
Yeah, for real. So, and what is the Metaverse? Well, the term comes from an author named Neil Stephenson, and it's from a 1992 novel called science fiction novel called Snow Crash, where humans they play as avatars in this virtual world, and it's played out in this 3D model of a world or whatever, the virtual world. And think of the internet today being a 2D model, and the Metaverse being that 3D model. It's like the internet 3.0.
Shit.
So, have you heard of this, the Metaverse?
I've heard a little bit of it. I've heard a little bit about it. I heard something along the lines of how we were exiting the age of information, the internet, and apparently transitioning into the age of experience, which I think has something to do with the Metaverse, essentially. Something to do with
technology just on the rise with everything, man.
Yeah.
And they saw it with Fortnite, and during the pandemic, man, this virtual world took off, bro. They created a monster and shit, and I think they had Travis Scott perform a concert, like a virtual concert.
Oh, right.
Like 23 million people participated.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you remember when during the pandemic when they had everybody virtually sit in on the crowds in the NBA games? Yeah. I mean, imagine something like that, but you actually feel like you're there,
Yeah, for real. Yeah, there is.
That'd be great. You don't have to sit and wait in line for the bathroom or the concessions or anything.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's how it's going to be, man. You're going to have this technology in every household in the future. It's just gonna be normal, I mean, the kids nowadays, even ourselves, are getting a little taste of it. You know what I mean? Of this new world of gaming and experiencing these. I guess, the virtual world. I guess, yeah.
I mean, that's definitely gonna be the next thing to come about for sure. It's gonna be something along the lines of augmented reality, essentially.
Man. It's like fucking the internet on steroids. That's what it is. This new version of it. And then think of Sims, like, how we see it on a screen, all these different windows and things like that. Well, you're going to be placed in a room where you're going to have all these windows or doors, and you can just go into them, and it's going to be a whole new world, a virtual world or something. You can be yourself or maybe an avatar. So,
you know what that reminds me of? You remember that Chappelle Show bit where he gets into the internet and he goes through the doors and everything?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be some Ready Player One shit for real.
That's crazy.
But the thing is too, there's gonna be different corporations and gonna get in on this. Everyone's gonna get rich off of this. A lot of companies.
Oh, dude.
And the thing is too.
Who'd you say bought Oculus?
Facebook.
Damn.
So yeah, man, you think about it too, how is this gonna be? Like, what governing body is gonna govern this? Like, who's gonna regulate it? Like, this whole new world, this whole new, this direction that we're going in. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. This last couple of years with Facebook being in with the election and all that stuff and hacking and everything like that, and that's just it being a media company. And that's what he said too, Mark Zuckerberg, that they're going from like a social media platform to like a virtual reality platform, like the Metaverse.
Is the DEA not the Digital Enforcement Agency? Are they gonna have to have two DEAs? Because that's a great point that you bring up, dude. That
Like
who
the
is,
Matrix.
yeah, who now is, like you said, the governing body over. I mean, I guess the
Smith.
CIA or something. Yeah,
For real.
you know, who's, because the more deeper we go into this, I mean, you know, you're definitely going to need regulations and, you know, bodies of oversight
For
to
real,
regulate the
like
industry.
hacking, like biohacking and shit. You know, deep fakes, misinformation. You know that the government, or what's it? The White House is demanding Facebook to put an end to like vaccine misinformation and shit like that. But the thing is, like, I don't know. We can get into a whole nother episode with censorship and all that too, man. Like,
What narrative are they pushing?
yeah,
now?
for reals.
You know?
But that's the thing, man. Like, how is this gonna be used in the future?
It's going to be scary. I mean, there's really only two ways to look at it. You know, the good things and the bad things to come of it, which at this point, you know, I don't know too much about it. To be honest, I'd have to delve a little bit deeper to say, you know, what outweighs more, the pros or the cons, or if they're equal for that sense. But I think I'd want to give it a fair shake and say there's equal good sides and bad sides to it. Like, for instance, I think maybe a good thing to come from that is maybe advancements in the medical field, something along the lines of, you know, I don't know how directly this correlates, but maybe nanotechnology or something. I remember hearing about that a long time ago
Neuralinks, yeah,
as a
man.
kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
Neuralinks. I
It's
mean,
pretty much like cyborgs and stuff. You know what I mean? You're gonna become the internet, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna have implants, and I don't know, man. I'm not really too savvy on all that shit, but I could see it. It's like very sci-fi. I see that coming, man. You know, like transhumanism. That goes into transhumanism and shit. What are your thoughts about that? Because it is kind of like, it can go that way. You can be like, the future soldiers are gonna be like just in their fucking living room or the bedroom operating these machinery through. Dude, I think that like the days of us using a joystick or a keyboard is gone. You know what I mean? We can actually Neuralink that shit.
my understanding of the metaverse is how it kind of manipulates the environment around you, whether it be augmentally or virtually. And transhumanism is the melding and symbiotic relationship between man and machine, that you can manipulate the environment around you.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. Yeah, that's an interesting topic. We definitely need to get into that one. Maybe for the next episode.
No, like you said, I think at some point in the future, how the military has, you know, incorporated drone technology into their attacks, they'll do something similar, like you said, with the Neuralink thing, where, you know, soldiers will just plug up and there will be a robotic drone, you know, that the military guy does all the aiming and shooting, but that's what that, you know, robot drone does in real life.
Yeah.
You know, and that person could be controlling several drones. You know, one person could be controlling several drones for, you know, robotic drones or something like that.
Yeah,
So it's very scary, and who knows where that technology will go, man.
for reals, man. And I heard on another podcast or an interview with Mark Zuckerberg, and he was talking about the
About how he's a reptilian.
other than that too, and that the avenues are gonna go with this, man. And it's just like the exploration with it all. You know, just think about it. You could probably use space exploration and machines, AI going off into Mars and places like that, the moon, wherever, and you put on a headset and you're actually visually there, like you're seeing it all there, like you're walking around picking up shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just think about it. You can go anywhere now.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy, and that's a scary thing. I don't know if this is a great reference or example. It's definitely not, but just the movie. Wall-E, you know, where how things were just made so convenient for them. They didn't need to move or exercise or get out of their chair because of the convenience factor. It's not the greatest analogy, but I understand what you're saying about how it could demotivate, people and everything, because you're not going to want to
But that's
leave your
technology.
house.
Yeah, man. It's made to make things easier for us and shit. We are gonna be those fucking future grades, bro. Big heads, small bodies.
It'll be crazy, man. I just wonder how that'll impact the job force.
Shit, I don't know. We're gonna have robots doing everything for us, so that's what's definitely gonna impact it.
I mean, everything could be automated for that sense. So
Yeah, man. When I think of this too, man, this virtual world and all that, it kind of reminds me of like the Lawnmower Man or Brain Scan or something like that. It's like very sci-fi. I can't believe we're living in that age now, bro. The age of experience.
it's crazy. I remember when I was a kid, they were talking about how this was supposed to come about, but maybe that was them conditioning us to it.
Oh, for real.
That's
what all this video game shit is. It's just conditioning us, or the younger generation, bro. Fucking.
It could be. I mean, it's hard to say for sure.
To take over the world.
Well, that's definitely, I'm sure, the plan that they would hope that would happen. So.
Yeah, man. Who knows what the future holds or what's to come? But visually, man, I can give you a glimpse of it if you like.
Sure.
Like what's to come, man, with this podcast and other projects. I got this headset, man. I dropped it on the way over here, so I don't know. Hopefully it still works, but check it out, bro.
Hey, what am I looking at here?
That's interesting, man. This whole sports and combat, people getting fucked up while they're doing it. I wonder.
Hey, who's this guy?
I wonder if there's ever going to be a time where we have like technology, or either we have like another, like maybe a virtual means, or maybe it's some physical technology that we have in our bodies, right? That stops us from getting injured, things like that.
Transhumanism, bro.
Yeah.
In the future too, man. Like you could think about it, like
No.
where the Olympics gonna be, like in the next 100 years from now. You know what I mean? Are people gonna be cyborgs, Neuralinks and shit? They're gonna be hooked up to like fucking chips that's gonna boost their fucking strength or endurance.
I think that's what Ellen he's doing right now, isn't he?
Yeah, Elon Musk. I didn't think about that, man. Especially with you remember that one guy? I think he like killed his wife or something, but he had like the
Chris Benoit.
no, he had the like razor. He had the razor runners on his fucking Oscar.
Oh
what's his
shit!
name?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know
Pretorius
his name,
Wait,
but yeah,
He was an Olympic
he was a
runner.
runner. He would run, but spring. He had like these little
Yeah.
artificial legs and shit.
Oh,
And he was involved. I think he like, allegedly, or maybe he did. I don't know. Killed his.
Yeah, it was some kind of
girlfriend or
crazy
something.
homicide
Some kind
thing.
of crazy
Oh.
story, but
I don't know. He like went ape shit,
But yeah, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's things that are gonna enhance you as an athlete. You know what I mean? And then also like, check out Conspiracy Dummy too. We're gonna do an episode on this fucking age of experience. We're leaving the age of information and now going into the age of experience. So, like, and knowing all the stuff that we took, all that information we retained, what are we gonna do with it now? You know what I mean,
bro.
Like,
We're it's man. We can talk all day about this, but yeah, I think that the smartest people right now, as far as we know, I mean, they're dealing with these kind of things, right? Which you have like Facebook, and you have Elon Musk's company with what was it called, Neuralink, right?
Neuralink, and then
Yeah.
Facebook with
There's
the
that.
metaverse now.
You got
Shit.
some
And then you
genius
have
fucking dudes, man.
Amazon has their own AI, Google has their own AI,
Yeah, man.
and this shit it's all being artificialed out.
We're gonna join forces with the internet. We're gonna become the
you know
internet,
what this
bro.
reminds me of? You ever seen the movie Metropolis?
Yeah.
Bro, same fucking.
Or-
And you know what's trippy? I think the year that the movie was in, it's around this time of year, ain't it?
Psh.
Because the guy that made it, he made it in the back then.
It's an
and
old
this is
fucking
this is how he
flick,
thought
yeah.
the future is gonna be. You ever seen it?
No. I think you're reminding me of a book. Like I think the term metaverse comes from a book called Snow Crash.
Yeah. It's coined by that dude.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, my homeboy put me on.
and it's about that too,
to
about
that.
humans as avatars in this like virtual world and shit.
I mean,
like,
bro, that's exactly what's gonna happen, D. Like this
real.
this is what's gonna happen. This is what we're gonna do with it. Now, as far as sports goes, I don't know. I think that there's a part of sports that we're always gonna maintain some kind of physical part to it as far as like physical sports. So I mean, like we're always gonna play, I think, football physically or basketball physically. I just think that our because of technology and the way we are gonna fuse with machines and the way that we're gonna be able to like think faster and train smarter, because we are smarter, we have more access to information, that we're just going to become like way better athletes. So the games are going to have to become more difficult, right? Or everyone's becoming better athletes, and so the game difficulty stays the same because everyone's kind of canceling each other out, right? As far as sports goes, I don't know if we'll ever really play sports that we play like physically, virtually in the future. We'll probably make new virtual sports, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And those may get bigger than what we have now. But I think we're definitely gonna, keep our tradition of sport.
Shit, dude, we're gonna have some virtual sports in the Olympics. You think that would be a fucking sport someday? Probably something like that.
I can see
these kids
like
esports,
robots, bro.
like esports, yeah.
Esports, huh? That's gonna
I can
be
see robots replacing
Exactly.
humans and the humans controlling the robots.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, esports are arguably should be Olympic, man, right?
Yeah,
it's
man.
like if they can do skateboarding was an Olympic at some point, but they added. I think mixed martial arts should be fucking Olympic, bro. That'd be dope, And like in the future,
They probably have some like Neuralink transmitters where you can actually probably control that shit with your fucking mind, bro. The days of having a remote control or anything like that, you're just really just playing first player.
Look,
you didn't see the
You know what I mean?
glasses?
No, you can play another player, bro. Like you can play another real person through their Neuralink, right?
Damn.
And so you're just basically, oh man, dude, you just put me
when
on
you
some-
hack into
no,
shit, bro.
No, bro, listen. So here's the future of MMA, right? They separate the fighting and the vessel that you fight in, right? So there's all these fucking badass senseis that are really good at martial arts and controlling the characters, and then there's just like these fucking meathead dudes, and they're just big and swole, right?
Yeah.
And they have
They're
that
the
things
vessel.
in them, right? They're the vessel.
Yeah.
And then the guys they take control of them, and then they have to worry about getting the best vessel. They have to worry about getting like, oh, listen,
Dude,
that's gonna be fucking tight.
it's gonna be crazy,
That's gonna
man.
be tight. That is a definite possibility.
You think-
Especially with Neuralink.
Especially, yeah, man. With
Think
this,
we're gonna be alive or dead when all this kind of goes?
We'll be alive.
happens?
Oh, we're-
Elon Musk said we're like 10 years
we're on
away
the brink
from
of it right now. Like, things are
from
being made like that already. Yeah,
badass
actually,
Neuralink
look at your
stuff.
smartphone. Yeah, he mentioned like we already have an extension of artificial intelligence with us at all times.
Yeah, I mean
One-
they're testing. They already tested like Neuralink. I don't know if they tested on humans yet, but they definitely did it on pigs. And he had like a product sort of display of it. Fucking fascinating shit, dude. It's almost unreal what they were doing, because they were able to like, they put the Neuralink in its head, and then based off of it smelling stuff and touching stuff with its snout, it was sending signals to the Neuralink, and that was being sent to a computer, and that shit was being decoded, bro, into what they were smelling and what they were doing. And even to the point to where when they were thinking, they could map out the way their limbs were about to move when they were walking.
Damn.
Right, because of just the speed of the process. So they showed like the limbs, with dots like mapped on their like legs or whatever.
Yeah.
Showing the fact that like all your movement, all that shit's tied in your brain to like every single like, cap and toe and joint. It's like your brain directly controls all that shit.
Dude.
And it showed it in real time. It's fascinating.
Shit, it's gonna get so crazy. Imagine like the dating apps of the future when it comes to like Neuralink. Like You could straight out. You don't even have to go out and date someone. You could just probably be fucking them through some virtual reality
Yeah,
kind of world,
but
bro.
man, think about this though. What if the dating shit was like you were fucking someone's mind, right? And some people's minds are way more better or way more interesting in the other ones, right? So when you're sleeping with somebody,
You're giving them access to your brain, like your mind, to go in there freely and flow around in the thoughts there.
Hey, is that your mother's ass? Oh shit! What's this?
That's it. That's it. And
I was gonna say, what do you think about like, can art be something that
I
You
think
can't
it's outward self-expression, right? You got to put outward, right?
outward? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to. It's something that you have to put out. You can't leave art in you, right?
It has to be finished.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask too. Like, the reason why I'm asking is like, can art be something that you can't see or feel?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And this is what I say that I watch a lot of MMA and a lot of martial arts, and some of the ways that these combatants deal with a situation or display their martial arts talent is very artistic.
Right. But you can like
Yeah.
visually see it though. But
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
it's
well,
like the idea of what they're doing, like how they dealt with it was artistic. Like painting the fucking canvas with blood, you know, that's artistic.
Did you hear about this dude a couple months back? He's an Italian artist. His name is Salvatore Garraro, and he sold a painting for a sculpture, an invisible sculpture.
Yeah, I heard about
for
that.
$18,000.
Yeah, that's that modern art shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, can that? Like, I guess it can be done.
Well, I
but-
mean, you can always scam dumbasses too, you know.
yeah. Well, yeah, he's. I guess I heard too. He was being sued by some guy from Florida, claiming that he did the same thing a couple years back before him.
I mean, people do all kind of shit like that. Like,
Like
you
the
know,
Emperor's New Clothes and stuff.
yeah, the SF Modern Art Museum.
Yeah.
They had a piece like that back in the day where it was just like emptiness. So like, it had a title, like it was something, and it was roped off and everything, and like there was. That was the art, like the empty space, right?
Yeah.
The question of where is the art is. That's what we need to consider. Where is the art, right? The art lives in you. You know, they want you to think about all this fucking nonsense.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
And speaking of like one of a kind works of art, shit. Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, it's the 7th studio album that Wu-Tang put out. There was only a single copy that was released, that was sold, and it was auctioned off to this fucking dickhead, Martin Shkreli. I don't even know how to say his last name, but that fool got into some trouble, man, some legal shit, and they seized a lot of his shit. So the fucking government is auction. I think it sold his fucking that album to like an unknown buyer for an unknown sum of money. But
I think.
what are your thoughts about that? Like just putting out music like that. That's a new way of putting out fucking.
I think it's fantastic. You know, I mean, one, it's the Wu-Tang Clan. You know,
oh yeah, fuck yeah.
and they found a way to like immortalize like a record, right?
But like when you,
It's crazy.
but when you hear
put-
about the record, like the way that it was made, and it was kind of like not an official, like, I mean, not that it wasn't an official flag, but like when you hear these fools like were recording it, they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know like it was gonna be a part of this.
No, they didn't know.
And so
But
like after
incredibly
that,
genius. You know?
I mean, yeah, I mean, really, yeah.
Incredibly jizza.
Kept it secret, huh? And just kind of recorded here and there over a certain amount
It was
of
his
years.
homeboy. It was his, like his protege or whatever. I don't even know if the homeboy had flow or not, dude. Like,
And the
Yeah,
thing,
but they created scarcity immediately, right? And how do you rise the value of something, right? Make it scarce as fuck. And I mean that's I mean when you have a name like Wu-Tang Clan, right? I mean I can
That's
release
when you have- yeah,
one
exactly. You have to
press
have
all day
already
long.
that.
It's not gonna do anything,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I made one copy and I was like, okay,
so, yeah,
fuck off. But when you're Wu-Tang Clan, you make one copy of something.
yeah.
Then that's money. I think it's fantastic to do that. I think some artists should look into possibly I guess looking into that, like, what are the like the cryptocurrencies? Like,
I
was it
want the
ETFs or whatever?
crypto art.
What are they called?
Yeah, there's
NFTs.
NFTs. Yeah.
And that, what if you can do that with music, right?
Yeah,
Like, what
think
if
so.
it's like, this is only 10 copies of this, right? Or 100 copies of it, right?
Like
of
limited
of an
edition
album or
cars?
song, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, what could you do with that? Like, if it was a popular song and you only had the only copy of it, then anyone would have to pay you for it.
But
right?
can it be done really today with that? Like we saw that with Napster and shit like that. Things just spread. You can't really, like, things would be downloadable. Like right now, I'm hoping whoever fucking bought that Wu-Tang album will leak that shit. Like, instead of just keeping it to themselves, fucking put that shit out there. I was hoping that one dickhead was gonna do it, bro. But he was just an asshole, bro. Yeah. And speaking of mentioning about that dickhead, dude, this is talking about a dude that he was involved raising a pill from $13.50 per
it was that
one
guy.
pill
Yeah.
to $750 per pill.
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
He's a
No
scumbag.
way.
Yeah.
For real.
You know,
Hey, I know that guy.
it is. I can't believe he did that shit. You know,
man.
the whole pill thing is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that way of releasing music, I think it's possible. We didn't think that we'd be streaming music like we do now on Spotify when we were all using Napster.
Yeah.
Right, where it's like, well, we don't even have to download music or pirate
Yeah.
music because now you just have a service and they're gonna get their money. So we don't know what kind of systems are gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
But I know that technologists are hard at work on figuring out how to do what we're talking about with music and imagery, right? To where you can't view an image somehow unless you have a license for it.
Mm-hmm.
And this will protect, like, you know, the adult industry and shit like that, and you know stuff where, you know, you literally are losing money if you let people see or hear this for free, right? And so you know, they have been working on some crazy technology to sort of solve
Virtual
this problem.
art. Now we're entering this virtual fucking stage.
Crypto,
Imagine
yeah.
Yeah, look, we're just with virtual shit, man. Like the new Facebook headset. Like, man, I know that's more your field, all that kind of creating that effects
like-
for that stuff, man.
Yeah, it's like you don't own
crazy
the piece,
world.
but you can put on this VR headset and look at it's in a digital storage somewhere.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Dude, I'm sure in the future you're gonna have concerts like that. Where you
Oh, yeah. Oh, they've had concerts
and just
like
have
that.
the, like what you're doing DJing, and just everyone can just be experienced like
I
if
think
they're
some
there.
DJ played a concert in Minecraft, right?
Oh wow.
Like, it was during
shit.
quarantine, I think. I forget. It was a really popular DJ, had a Minecraft sort of thing. I was like, dude, that's crazy.
Man, dude, we gotta figure that out so we can get.
We
you
gotta
fucking-
to
get
figure
you
out our own
on
like
that kind of level, bro.
Yeah,
Virtual
our
Bradley.
own little concert. Yeah.
Make your little avatar.
yeah. I could definitely use help with like doing live streams with badass visuals,
Oh, heck
or
yeah.
doing what I want to do. Don't steal my ideas.
Yeah.
Is renegade streams, right? Renegade live streams where we go take my tables and a table, a generator,
Oh yeah.
some cameras, right?
Mhm.
And we set up in some weird place that we're not supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll do like an hour set and live stream it, you know?
Yeah.
I think like Post Malone, didn't he do like the Nirvana set from his like apartment or
Dude,
something like that?
That's it, man.
Yeah,
like what we're
yeah.
doing right now with this podcasting shit, bro.
That's so
Everything
true,
can just
yeah,
be done
man.
at home now. And
No,
shit.
it can, but I want to up the stakes.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
by little, man. It's gonna get better. It only can get better.
Yeah, for sure.
We can only get better at it.
So yeah, we can only get better at this for sure.
There's so many
Places in Dallas, like downtown, to play Renegade sets. You
Damn, Playboy. That's ahead of the game.
dummy. Conspiracy dummy.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to Conspiracy Dummy, and also please check out the homie Bradley Wins podcast, and also the Artist Kind podcast with your homie Joaquin and myself. Thank you.